Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video in which we are going to learn about arrays in Java programming. So guys, array is nothing but it is a collection of similar types of data. So let's say previously we have seen a single integer data type. So array can help us in order to store a list of integer data types. So over here, as you can see, we have int and then followed by open and close brackets. This means that we are trying to store an array. So array is nothing but it is the list of elements of the same data type. So this is the list of numbers, and in the other way we can also have the list of string as well. So for example, if we want to store the names of 100 people, then we can create an array of the string data type that can store 100 names, and these are some of the applications of the Java arrays. So guys, let us understand this with the help of examples. Now we'll go to the Eclipse and I'll clear the screen over here. Now guys, in order to define a list of integer data type, first we will define the integer, a single integer. Let's say I, it is equal to 10, and then if we want to print this integer, we simply do a println statement, and then value of I is, and then we have the plus operator, and then we have I. Let me just save this file and try running this code. So as we can see, value of I is 10 over here. Now guys, let us say we want the list of numbers. Let's say we want the list of numbers from 1 to 5 to be stored in a variable. So we can use the array. So how we can define the array is, after this data type, we can have the open and close square brackets followed by the name of the variable. So we will give some sensible name to this variable. And over here, what I will do is, let's say array of integers is the name that is given to this variable. And then how do we define this? We can quickly assign the variables to this array of integer. So we have the curly braces, open and close curly braces, and then we can have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So these numbers are separated by commas, as you can see, and this is the way we can provide the list of integer data type to a variable that is of type array. So guys, we will have a semicolon at the end, and let's say if we want to print this array of integers. So guys, if we directly provide the name of the variable, so in this case it is the array of integers. So let me just put the array of integers variable name over here inside this println statement. Let me just save this file and try running this code. So guys, as we can see, we are getting some garbage value. So this is nothing but the address of the first value of the array of integers. So guys, to make it more simple, I have a diagram for you over here. So as we can see, we have the list of integers over here. This is the first element, that is 12, and then we have 4, 5, 2 and then 5. So these are the 5 elements that are stored in the Java arrays. So guys, what is happening is, this is the variable name, that is age over here, and then we have the 0th element, as you can see, inside the square brackets, and then we have 1 and then 2, 3, 4. So these are nothing but these are the indices of the array elements. Now guys, what is happening behind the scene is, these elements are having their separate memory blocks. So all these values are stored in memory, and then the address of the very first element over here, that is 12, is being printed over here, as you can see. So this is the address. So whenever we want to refer to the elements of the array, so just by mentioning the variable name, we won't get the list of elements that are present in the variable. So we have to use these square brackets, as you can see, and inside these square brackets we have to use the position. So let's say we want to print the value 1. So after using this array of integer variable name, we are going to have the open and close square brackets, as you can see, and the array starts from the 0th index. So it starts from 0, which means the index of this value 1 is 0, and then we have 1, 2, 3 and then 4. So these are the indices. So guys, array of integer 0 will return us the value as 1. So let me just save this file and try running this code over here. So as you can see, 1 is getting printed. In the similar way, let's say we want to print the last element, that is value 5. So the index of this value 5 is 4. That's because the indices start from 0. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3 and then 4. So if we provide the value 4 as the index, so let me just save this file and try running this code. So as we can see, 5 is getting printed, and in this way we can easily access the elements of the array by using the variable name, that is array of integers, followed by open and close square bracket, and inside the square bracket we can have the index. Now guys, as we have seen previously, we can also use loops in order to iterate through these elements. So how we can do that? So I'll just remove this line of code over here, and what I will do is I will use the for loop, and for loop it will go from integer I, it is equal to 0, and then I less than. Now guys, we have to provide some number over here, but we are not sure what is the length of this array. So guys, in order to get the length of the array, we have a property called length. So we can use the name of the variable, that is array of integers over here, and then followed by dot, and then we have something called as length property. So guys, this property will help us in order to get the number of elements that are present inside array, and then we have a semicolon and then I plus plus. Now guys, what is happening over here is I, that is starting from 0, and then it will go until the length of the array of integers. So what is the length of the array of integers? It will be the number of elements that are present over here in the array. And then what we are going to do is we are going to print the elements. So I am going to have system.out.println, and instead of this println, let's say we just want to print, because we want to print all the elements in a single line. And over here what we will do is we will have this array of integers. So array of integers, and then in order to access the elements of these arrays, we are going to have the square brackets, and then inside the square brackets we will have this index. So we will use this I variable that we are iterating, and then followed by a space character. So we have a plus sign, and then followed by double quotes, inside which we have a space character. Let me just save this file and try running this code. So guys, as we can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the elements of the array is getting printed. Now if we have just 3 elements over here, so I'll remove this 4 and 5. Let me just save this file. We need not have to change anything in the for loop, because we are using the array of integers dot length, which will automatically take the length of the array during the runtime. So let me just run this code. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3 is getting printed. And let us say if we have the number of elements as 10 over here. So let me just provide 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the values 10. So these are 1 to 10, that is the elements of this array of integers. So automatically array of integers dot length will provide the 10 as the length of the array. So let me just save this file and try running this code. So as we can see, 1, 2, 3, and then up to 10 is getting printed. And in this way we can easily use the arrays. This is the array of integers that we have seen. We can also use the arrays of string values as well. So instead of this integer array, we will have the string data type followed by open and close square brackets, and then we will have array of string over here. And then inside these array of a string, we can have the list of string as well. So we will provide programming as the one string, followed by comma, then we have another string as for, and then comma, and then inside double quotes we have beginners. So programming for beginners, these are the 3 strings that we have saved in the array of strings over here. And then we have array of string over here, copy it in the for loop, I less than array of string dot length. So array of string length will be returned over here, and then in the print statement as well, we will have array of string and then I as the iterator that will iterate through every string. So let me just save this file and try running this code. So as we can see, programming for beginners is getting printed. Now let's say if we want to print all these strings in the separate lines, so we can have the println statement instead of just print statement over here, that is a print method over here. So let me just save this file and try running this code. So as we can see, this println method is making each element of the array of string print in the next line. So programming for beginners, all the strings are getting printed on the new lines over here. And guys, in this way we can easily use the array of integers or array of strings or array of any data types based on your requirements. So guys, practice on your own so that you get more knowledge about Java programming. That's it in this video. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to this channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. The next video that we are going to talk about is multi-dimensional arrays in Java programming. So stay tuned.